Rich Paul has a sickness. Rich Paul has a sickness, and we got to talk about it. Make sure y'all pull up. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. Normally, I would rush my lives. Oh, the Lakers are playing. Ain't nobody going to watch that. They're going to beat the Kings anyway. That ain't no damn game. So I'm not rushing myself to go watch the Lakers game. And plus, that game will probably start in the next 30 minutes because they don't really start on time anyway. They always like 20 minutes late. Shout out to Montreal. Somebody said, what did he do now? Oh, you just wait. Shout out to Montreal in the building. Was good. Make sure y'all tap in. Montreal in the building. Oh, you just wait. Wait till you see what this fool just did this time. This guy Rich Paul needs help. And I'm also beginning to believe that this is this guy's strategy to build their platform. Who else we got in the building? Shout out to Brian out there in the Bronx. You already know what it is. Oregon, welcome in. What's good, Charles? Shout out to you, fam. Louisville, Kentucky. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Let's give it like another minute and we're gonna get into this one. Birmingham, Alabama. How you doing? How y'all doing? How you guys doing? Where else we got? Let's give it 40 more seconds and we're going to get this thing rocking. Whoever's not here, they'll catch up later on. California was good. Just Nerd was good. Okay, MA. Is this about Austin Reeves? Just give me 30 seconds, baby. We're going to get into it. Chicago, Nashville was good. What else we got? All right, so let's get into it. So I just came off doing a live on my other channel, and I'm tired, right? Houston, what up? Australia, what up? And I literally put down my phone just to kind of like catch myself and just relax a little bit. Then I see a post from what's the account? Basketball Forever. And this is what I see in the post. Now, we were supposed to do another live about John Morant and all of that. I just didn't have the energy to do it, right? But they're also talking about recently that the other player that they're looking to move, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys here. The other player that they're looking to move after John Morant is Jaren Jackson Jr., right? Full rebuild. Where's the post? Yeah, I don't know. Was it that account I saw from? I think it was from Yahoo. Anyway, it was from one of these accounts. It may have been from Sideline or Yahoo. Let me just check if it was Yahoo where I saw it. I don't remember the account that I saw. Yes, it was from Yahoo Sports. So Yahoo Sports posted, Jaren Jackson Jr. could be the next domino to fall should the Grizzlies trade John Morant, right? They're going into a full rebuild over there, right? So I saw that a number of hours ago. So as I finished the live, I opened up my phone to just go to my phone, and this is what I see from Basketball Forever. And I'm like, why is Jaren Jackson Jr. in a Lakers jersey and Austin Reeves is in a Memphis Grizzlies jersey? And then it says, Rich Paul says if he ran the Lakers, he would call Memphis to trade Austin Reeves in a packet for Jaren Jackson Jr. And I said to myself, when we got the video for y'all, there's no fucking way that this guy just did this. There's no way. So what I'll do is let me play the audio for you first. I want you guys to watch it, and then we'll react to it. Let's watch this.
Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit.
I would.
For whom?
Well, that's the thing. Because you got to figure out the package. But some way, somehow, I would be trying to get Jaren Jackson, maybe get back G.G. Jackson and Jackson Associates, because he's a young player that you can develop, got good size, can shoot the ball. But I think if you're building around Luka going forward, which they are,
you need a guy like that.
You need that anchor. And Jaren doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. They just put Ja Morant on the market, right? Saying that they're willing to trade him, etc.
It's a great call.
So I think that would be a trade partner for me. Now, the package just goes out is what. Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting.
Now, I want to read the part. He didn't say the part. Let me read the quote. He said, if you're building around Luka, you need that anchor. There's a word that can there's a world you can go do what's best for your team and what's best for Austin. Austin deserves to get paid. Memphis would definitely pay Austin. He would become their leading scorer and point guard. One of these NBA agents needs to sock Rich Paul in the fucking mouth. I'm dead serious. If I'm an agent of somebody that this dude is running his mouth about on his podcast, I'm snuffing you when I see you. There is no let's run the fade. You getting snuffed on the spot, bro. You and I are not fighting. There is no, I heard what you said, yo, blah, 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 blah. Beeline straight to you, and I'm clocking you right in your mouth. Then we can fight afterwards. Let me break down what is going on here. First of all, this is lightweight tampering. This is lightweight tampering. You have an agent of a player that is currently active on the Lakers making public suggestions to the team to make a trade that would benefit his client. That's called tampering. Number two, putting it out on your podcast sends a message to Jaren Jackson Jr.'s agent and the Memphis Grizzlies. That's called tampering. That's number one. Number two, Austin Reeves is sidelined. I'm going to play for y'all in a second. Austin Reeves is sidelined, and you have LeBron James's agent making trade recommendations, including me. Bro, why is your name in my mouth? Why is my name in your mouth? Isn't LeBron James your agent? Why don't you go talk about him? Isn't LeBron your agent? So why are you always talking about me? Why? You're his agent. You don't run nothing at the Lakers. So why are you making recommendations involving me and where I should get traded to? Number two, if I'm Austin Reeves' agent, bro, why are you making recommendations for where you think would be best for my client, bro? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing? He's not your client. He's my client. So why are you making recommendations that you feel would be better? Are you trying to poach away my client? Bro, let me play the comments for y'all again. This is the post. For those of you, matter of fact, before I get to the post, for those of you who are unaware, the Memphis Grizzlies are looking to do a rebuild. If they trade John Morant, it says Jaren Jackson Jr. could be the next domino to fall should the Grizzlies trade John Morant. So this is where Jaren Jackson Jr. comes along. Turoy says, why does an agent have a... Bro, I don't know where these new dudes came from, bro. So this is the news that came out earlier. Now, let me play what Rich Paul had to say. So I see this post from Basketball Forever, and it has Jaren Jackson Jr. and Austin Reeves. I'm like, what is Jaren Jackson Jr. doing in the Lakers jersey? Let me play the sound for y'all.
Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit.
I would.
For whom?
Well, that's the thing, because you got to figure out the package. But some way, somehow, I would be trying to get Jaren Jackson, maybe get back Gigi Jackson and Jackson Associates, because he's a young player that you can develop, got good size, can shoot the ball. But I think if you're building around Luka going forward, which they are,
you need a guy like that.
You need that anchor. And Jaren doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. They just put Ja Morant on the market, right? Saying that they're willing to trade him, etc.
It's a great call.
So I think that would be a trade partner for me. Now, the package just goes out is what Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner.
Wait, now let me read what he talked about Austin Reeves. He wrote, they said, if you're building around Luka, you need that anchor. There's a world you can do that. You can do what's best for your team. And what's best for Austin. Austin deserves to get paid. Memphis would definitely pay Austin. He would become their leading scorer and point guard. Now we got Rich Paul making public recommendations to the Lakers to trade Austin Reeves to the Memphis Grizzlies. How is this not tampering? How is this not tampering? Number one. Number two, how is it okay for an agent of another player to make trade recommendations of another player on the roster that he doesn't represent? When the Lakers hear this, it's going to sound like, oh, this must be what LeBron thinks. And if it's not what LeBron thinks and Rich Paul is saying, oh, no, I got my own mind. This is not what LeBron thinks. This is what I think. Why would you be saying things that people could connect you to LeBron and have people thinking it's coming from LeBron? How is that beneficial to LeBron James in terms of his reputation? Because people already think that he goes around controlling teams. How is it beneficial to them? How? Bro, this dude is unbelievable, bro. Rich Paul is unbelievable. I've never seen a human being like this before, bro, in media. These are amongst the most annoying set of people I have ever observed. If you walk away watching Rich Paul and think to yourself, man, I like that guy, then y'all must be similar. Because this dude got a lot of weasel energy behind him. And if I'm Austin Reeves, I'm like, yo, what is going on? What is going on? Like, what is this, bro? Where do we do this? He said, great model. You don't know that nigga. What you talking about, great model? You don't know that nigga. That nigga don't know you. Fuck you mean great model, role model. You don't know him. You don't know what people be doing around. Stop being a fangirl, bro. Talking about a great role model. You don't know him. You don't know how dude be getting down. Talking about a great role model. Just because LeBron like him, just because he cool with LeBron, he a great role model. Don't be, come on, man, knock it off. You don't see nobody running around here talking about Kawhi Leonard's a great, Kawhi Leonard's like, come on, bro, relax, man. Rich Paul is an Uber Eats driver disguised as a sports agent. Yo, what do y'all? Am I tripping? Is that Carcino? Shout out to Carcino, man. Is that Carcino? Yeah, that is him. Shout out to him, man. Am I tripping? Is this normal? How is this not tampering? Let me read through the comments of what people said because I didn't even read through it. Let's read through what some people said. One guy wrote, Rich got to be quiet sometimes. Another guy wrote, what Rich on? What is this? What is this dude on? Another guy, let's read through some more. Good thing he doesn't run the Lakers because he trade everyone away just for LeBron to fail in the playoffs again. Another guy said, hell nah. And one guy said he's right. And then another guy said that's why he's in it. Bro, now I can understand how, if this is how Rich Paul is in public, you can only imagine what organizations had to deal with having LeBron James as your, like, bro, it must have been a nightmare. It must have been a nightmare having this guy uh uh um be on your team. It must have been a nightmare. Because if this is what this guy can do publicly, can you imagine the things these guys do behind the scenes? These guys must have, it must have been a chain wrapped around the neck of the Lakers with an anvil attached to the bottom of it, and they threw these guys in the deepest part of it must have been a chain around their necks, bro. And I'm assuming the Lakers were looking for any opportunity to save themselves from these guys. And then they got Luka Doncic fell on their lap. It must be hard being associated with these guys, man. Because if they're trying to influence things from the outside, Rich Paul is trying to influence things from the outside. Can you imagine what it's like working with these guys on the inside and the things that they do on a day-to-day basis? They must have honestly thought that while LeBron was at the top of his powers, they have as much control over the organization as the owner. It must have been something. Now I can understand why there was a tug of war with Pat Riley, because Pat Riley didn't want to let LeBron and his guys run the show. I can understand it now. Because if you listen to these guys, they'll run your franchise into the toilet. Literally. They did that for a number of years with the Lakers. What did they do? They traded away all of their youth. They got Anthony Davis. Then they lucked up and won that Bubblicious championship. And then the Lakers kept on listening to them. And then they were like, oh, let's go get Russell Westbrook. Because I'm sure Rich Paul and these guys thought that was a genius move. That blew up. And that was when the Lakers started realizing, man, we got to be careful with these guys because this is not going to work. But then LeBron was stuck on LeBron had a no trade clause. So the Lakers couldn't just let him walk for nothing. And he wasn't going to request a trade. So the moment they got Luka, they said to themselves, we're not extending beyond this. We're done. We're done. They had to stay with AD. There was no one else. There's no one else. He said LeBron and Austin Reeves' relationship hit a snag, and when the truth came out, he started sitting down. LeBron wants Austin to take a friendly deal and come off the bench. He wants Smart to start. I tell LeBron SMD. A friendly deal, my ass. That's it. I straight up. Jigga SMD. What you mean a friendly deal? You sitting here on $1 billion and you want me to take a friendly deal? Tell Bronny to take a friendly deal. How about that? Tell Bronny to take a friendly deal. Matter of fact, tell Bronny to give away all of his salary and give it to me. Then maybe I'll talk to you. How you want me to take a friendly deal, but they got your bum ass son on the team? He asked and he got a deal, but you want me to take a friendly deal? What you mean take a friendly deal? Ain't no friendly deals. No, there's no friendly deal, bro. There's no friendly deal. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. There is no friendly deal. LeBron James is a billionaire, and you want me to take a friendly deal? A friendly deal for you? You bugging. Nobody in the chat is doing that. Nobody in the chat is doing that. Nobody. There's nobody in the chat that's going to take a friendly deal. Nobody. So there ain't no friendly deal. But this dude is a weasel, bro. This is a weasel. Listen to him.
Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner
For
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit.
I would.
For whom?
Well, that's the thing. Because you got to figure out the package. But some way, somehow, I would be trying.
Before we play it again, why didn't he say they should trade LeBron James? Why did he pick Austin Reeves? Why don't they trade LeBron? Why don't they trade LeBron? Why they got to trade Austin Reeves? Because my client is off limits, but your client is not. That would be a friendly deal. Trading LeBron would make more sense than trading Reeves. Who wants me to break it down in the chat? Who wants me to break it down why it would make more sense to trade LeBron than trade Reeves? Because LeBron is an expiring contract. Get him off your books. It would make more sense to Memphis too. Trade him. I'll take the salary at the end of the year. I have free space, and I can go out there and go get a max player if I can find one, instead of an Austin Reeves. And the Lakers keep Austin Reeves, so the Lakers stay younger. They still keep their scoring, and they get rid of the dinosaur, the walking fossil on the team. So why he ain't say trade LeBron James? He's not going to say that. He's going to say trade Austin Reeves. Let me read his comments for you. If you're building around Luka, you need that anchor. There's a world you can do what's best for your team and what's best for Austin. Austin deserves to get paid. Memphis would definitely pay Austin. He would become their leading scorer and point guard. Austin Reeves already made it clear he wants to be a Laker for life. Austin Reeves already made it clear he wants to be a Laker for life. But why are you talking about Austin Reeves? He's not your client. Number one. Number two, this is tampering. Is the NBA going to do nothing about this? Nope. The NBA is not serious. The NBA is not serious. They suspended Dennis Schroeder because he wanted to punch Luka. They suspended Rudy Gobert for apparently bumping a ref. But LeBron, who was pushing a ref, didn't get suspended. How do we make sense of this? LeBron, who was pushing a ref, he got no suspension. He didn't even get a technical foul or a tech. The ref didn't even give him a tech. But Rudy got suspended. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. News flash. Rich Paul has never negotiated a deal for Clutch Sports. Mark Timoney did all those deals for LeBron and everyone. No GM dealt with Rich. Appreciate the super chat, Carcino. Press Leggins said, I just tuned in. What Rich Paul do now? What Rich Paul do now? This dude been on fire in the media all year, and it's only been 12 days. I'm going to tell you what he did now. So this is what Rich Paul is doing. I figured out the game. Y'all got a peep game, bro. Rich Paul is getting his podcast popping through saying crazy things about Michael Jordan and saying stuff like this that will have people upset and talking about him. Like talking about the Lakers, trade stuff. This is how he's going to get his podcast popping, doing this kind of stuff. They figured it out, except he's doing it with a straight face. Apart from what he said about Michael Jordan and the other stuff, what else do you remember from Rich Paul's show? Rich Paul's show. These dudes are literally grifting. Like he's not clickbaiting. He's grifting off a Jordan LeBron dynamic, and then now he's doing stuff like this that he knows will get people talking to build his podcast. That's what he's doing. For the people that just came in, this is what Rich Paul said. He just openly said the Lakers should trade Austin Reeves. This is the post that we got from Basketball Forever. It says, Rich Paul says if he ran the Lakers, he would call Memphis to trade Austin Reeves in a package for Jaren Jackson Jr. Let me play the sound for y'all.
Now, the Lakers have options. If I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner.
For
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit.
I would.
For
So,
whom?
man, what up?
Well, that's the thing, because you got to figure out the package. But some way, somehow, I would be trying to get Jaren Jackson, maybe get back Gigi Jackson, Jackson and Jackson Associates, because he's a young player that you can develop, got good size, can shoot the ball. But I think if you're building around Luka going forward, which they are,
You need a guy like that.
you need that anchor. And Jaren doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. They just put Ja Morant on the market, right? Saying that they're willing to trade him, etc.
It's a great call.
So I think that would be a trade partner for me. Now, the package just goes out is what they.
And then he wrote, it says, if you're building around Luka and you need an anchor, there's a world you can go out and do what's best for the team and what's best for Austin. Austin deserves to get paid. Memphis would definitely pay Austin. He would become their leading scorer and point guard. This is where we at. LeBron James' agent is talking about what trades the Lakers need to consider doing. This is where we at. And this is cool to who? Who is this cool to? Yo, what up? Yeah, what up? Said peace, God. My first time Dreamers Pro Live. Love to consider. Yo, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Shout out to Hood Mayor in New York. Somebody said, what up, fam? Rich really about the Looney Tune type talk. Can't wait till it's all jokes. Yo, let me tell y'all something since we got some people from New York. So I was texting one of my high school friends, bro, and I swear to God. So we texting and on Facebook, one of my close friends I went to school with, and he we said one or two things, and he wrote something, nah I mean, like NA, nah I mean, and I was like, yo, I can't remember the last time I said nah, you know what I mean, out loud. Like usually you say that when you're talking to somebody. I'm like, yo, I can't believe it's been so long since I said that part of the lingo. He just started cracking up and all of that. So when this dude from New York came in, it just reminded me of that. He said LeBron whispers, LeBron and his boyfriend has called it quits. Most of us ain't falling for their shenanigans anymore. Who is his boyfriend? Who is LeBron's boy? Who's LeBron's boy? Who's his boyfriend? He said you need to come back home. Yo, man, I miss New York a lot, man. I'm not gonna front. I miss New York. Rich Paul's parents are cousins. Y'all are not gonna do that. Y'all are not gonna do that to me, man. Anyway, he said I gotta mess with you. You saying some things nobody knows. I got the 411. Bronny trade for Mr. Richard. He said, why didn't the NBA have the 23rd season patch before the season started? I'm telling you why. Because they found out Son wasn't about to be a starter in the All-Star game, and they probably came up with some lame-ass idea to put a star on his cheek or something like they do in kindergarten. And they were like, oh, let's put this patch on your jersey, and we're going to make this into like a big story. Something that LeBron already made history last year by starting the season. They didn't put it on then. They decided that now, all of a sudden, we're gonna break out this new 23-year patch. Like, bro, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? He said the senior citizen patch. What are we doing? What are we doing? He said, he said, he said, legendary moment. Oh my God, bro. He said legendary moment. Yo, LeBron fans are funny, man. He said legendary moment. I agree with you, but again, they can't trade LeBron because he has a no trade clause. They have to wait till it's so when Rich Paul is talking about trading away Austin Reeves, why don't he go trade LeBron? Why doesn't LeBron James go to Memphis? Do you know why? Because LeBron doesn't want to go to Memphis, but instead Austin Reeves should go. Yeah, we're not going. LeBron is not going. We're not doing Memphis. But Austin Reeves, he can do Memphis. Let him go to Memphis. Yeah, we don't do Memphis, right? We don't do Memphis. That's what LeBron and Rich Paul are saying. We don't do Memphis. We do LA. We do Brentwood, right? We do Miami. That's what we do. We don't do Memphis. But Reeves, he can go. What? Is why I said because no one wants his old ass on their team for 50 M's. Simple, really. Well, that could also be true. That could also be true. No, bro, getting rid of AR means a guaranteed new contract. Even if that's the case, it's not Rich Paul's place to say it as the agent representing LeBron James, because it looks like this is something LeBron thinks. But now Rich has plausible deniability. Well, I'm my own man. You know, I'm my own man. This is what I think. LeBron doesn't think. This is what I think. That's been his whole thing. Well, I'm my own man. And at a certain point, this looks, anyway, I don't know. Somebody said tampering. That's what it looks like to me, but obviously nothing is going to happen. Like, it looks like tampering to me, but none of it. I don't know how you can do this on a public platform like your podcast. I don't know how this is normal. I don't know how Adam Silver doesn't do something about this. Like, but then again, Rich Paul is not a player, but he's an agent, an active agent. So there should be something. He should receive some type of warning. Like, this is not normal. AR is a clutch client. No, he's not. If AR was a clutch, I don't think Austin Reeves is represented by Clutch. He's not. He has a different agent. I don't think he's represented by Clutch Sports. If he was represented by Clutch, they would have traded him a long time ago. How he don't know if Memphis will extend Reeves to the max. He just wants to get Reeves out of there. Dreamers Pro, are you going to move back to New York again, bro? I'll be thinking about it all the time, man. I'm trying to think if I were to move back. I don't know where I would stay. I got family right now out there in Staten Island. I got some family out there in Brooklyn, but I don't know what borough I would stay. I heard Brooklyn really came up a lot. I heard Brooklyn has changed, but it's also been really gentrified. So I don't know. I think Brooklyn. I don't know. I think Brooklyn, if you're not staying in Manhattan, I think Brooklyn is the next best place to stay. I think. I don't know. I haven't really paid any attention. Somebody said it hasn't. Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn got gentrified, man. I think Brooklyn got gentrified. No, Brooklyn got a lot of nice places, like a lot of nice places. You just got to know where to go. I mean, Brooklyn is still Brooklyn, but you got to know where to go. And it's just a stone throw away from Manhattan. Queens is also nice. Yes, Queens is cheap. Nobody thinks on earth Rich Paul is speaking for LeBron. Brooklyn got took over by the hipster mob. Is that true? The last time I was in Brooklyn was when I went to Barclays Center, and when we were driving across, I forgot what bridge it was. Oh my God, I forgot the bridge that we crossed. But I was looking at all of the buildings, and I'm like, man, these buildings were not here in New York when I was there, and they were like they've been doing a lot of like new apartments and all of that in Brooklyn. So a lot of money has kind of influxed into Brooklyn. So yeah, gentrification is. I mean, I remember a video where I saw JJ Redick had a multi-million-dollar apartment in Brooklyn, and I'm like, is this the Brooklyn that I remember growing up? Like JJ Redick walking around like this? I'm like, is this the Brooklyn that I remember? But Brooklyn is very, very big, so there are a lot of nice places. I would move back to New York just to get the lingo again, man. That's like one of the main reasons I'll move back to New York, just for the lingo, just to get that talk back. Like, that's one of the reasons I'll move back. Brownsville is expensive. Brownsville? Okay, well, damn, a lot has changed then. What about Flatbush? I know some of y'all are like, bro, this is a lie. What are you talking about? Like, prices of living in Brooklyn. Anyway, maybe for another. Yeah, off the sweat. That's enough reason, man. That's enough reason to move back. That's enough reason alone. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys for being a part of the live, man. And we're gonna catch y'all later. Let me go catch this game and see what's going on. I want to go see this patch that LeBron got on his jersey here. Anyway, y'all have a go, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later. He said you got a similar voice to play from Kid and Play. Well, word? I didn't know that. Anyway, guys, man, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out. Have a good one.